And speaking of protests, there is another one happening in Rocky Hill where members of the North Atlantic States Regional Council of Carpenters is now protesting the parent company of Concierge Apartments. They say the company broke the rules when they hired contractors to perform emergency repairs. Those hires ended up with workplace violations and eventually stop work orders. Protesters say the violations have delayed repairs again and prolonged the resident displacements.